Welcome back, everybody. My name is Michael Alvarez with Highly Productive Logistics LLC, and in today's video, we're going to go over the next step in getting your truck over the road. In the last video, we spoke about getting the DOT number and your MC number and completing that application. In this one, we're going to talk about getting your BOC3 and your UCR. If you guys look at the screen right now, you can see that we have the timeline map that I created for you guys. We have already done the very first step, which was getting your MC and DOT number, and we are doing the next two steps, which I said are UCR and BOC3. So let's get to it. Before we do anything and start filling out the application and getting through it, let me just tell you real quick what the UCR is. UCR, or Unified Carrier Registration, basically the system in the trucking industry that requires commercial motor carriers to register and pay a fee based on the size of their fleet. Its main purpose is to help fund safety programs and regulatory compliance efforts. It's a government, basically a government fee, tax, whatever you want to consider it, that has to be paid, and the way you get the number that you have to pay depends on the number of trucks that you have in your fleet. So if you have 0 to 2, I believe the fee currently is $42, and if it obviously goes up with the more trucks you have. To simplify it, if you own a trucking company involved in interstate travel, which is basically crossing state lines, and your truck weighs over 10,000 pounds or transports hazardous materials, you most likely need to register and pay the UCR fees. As I mentioned before, the fees do vary based on the size of your fleet. So 0 to 2 or 1 to 2 trucks would usually be 42, and the price would just keep going up from there. Now that you guys know a little bit about UCR, this here is what the screen looks like for UCR, where you would go file your UCR fee. So you would go to ucr.gov, literally just type that in your browser, and it will bring you to this page. That big orange notice at the top, basically, it's saying the new period for UCR is about to begin. So starting October 1st, you can pre-register for the 2024 period. UCR runs from it's a whole year time when you buy it. So you pay, let's say you pay for it in January, your fee is good to go until December 2023. Now, if you pay for your UCR in the middle of the year, same thing. It'll end that same year, 2023, or that same year, and you would have to renew it. No matter, even if you bought your UCR in August, which I just paid for someone's UCR, you're gonna have to renew it again come January. So in order to file your UCR, you would put your MC where it asks for you to put your MC. I had to blur it out so you guys don't get any information. But you would put that, and it would bring you to this screen right here. I already did this guy's UCR, so it's gonna show like this. But usually it would put where it says view registration, it would say file or register. You would simply click that. It asks you for your truck info, basically everything you put when you filled out the MC DOT application, how many trucks you have, and stuff like that. Real basic info. It's like 5 questions max. I get this done in literally less than 10 minutes. Now, for those of you that are interested in being compliance experts and specialists and maybe doing this as a business, I really do highly suggest you guys look into the UCR handbook. Just read a little bit about that. That's going to help you a lot when you start looking for clients and all that. You'll know what you're talking about. And it's not too long of a read. You don't have to read everything. Just read what you consider to be the important parts. Try to remember them. That way when you get on the phone with a potential client, someone looking to start his MC, you know if he needs UCR, and you know what to do for it, and you'll get it done in pretty quick. It'll look like you know what you're doing, and you should know what you're doing. Only way to do it is to read. In order to become a compliance expert, you're gonna have to read a lot, man, a lot. So here is the handbook for you. I will post a link in the description as well. Feel free to just take a quick glance over it, and you should be good to go after. What you guys are looking at now is the UCR quiz, basically, is what it is. This is probably one of the most useful things I'm going to show in this video. Let's say you're a compliance expert and you usually do this. You file companies or you start MCs for semi trucks, for trucking companies, OTR, big rigs, and out of the blue you get a cargo van. You need to start as MC so you can haul loads for certain brokers. You aren't going to know off the back of your head if you need to file UCR unless you've done it before. In this case, you would literally just do this decision tree, this quiz, and answer these questions like I'm doing so in the video, and literally, man, it will tell you whether you have to file UCR or not. Reason I'm giving this out, a lot of people don't even know about this. I literally used it this past weekend. Like the example I gave, I usually do start authorities for semi trucks, big rigs, flatbed, reefer, dry van. I'll do it for them. This past weekend, I got a guy with a cargo van. He said he needed to get his MC so he can haul for a certain broker. And I wasn't too sure if he needed to get that UCR. Turns out he did. Just filed it like this. Boom. Went back. Did the other option just for you guys to see. Yes, it's going to tell you whether you have to file. This is good for compliance experts and owner operators. I suggest you take advantage of this because it's awesome. Now that we've completed with the UCR, we've got the BOC3 or BOC3. Real simply put, the BOC3 or blanket of coverage form is a legal document in the transportation industry. Its main purpose is straightforward. It designates a proper process agent for a trucking company in each state where they operate. So, in layman's term, let's say you have a trucking company out of Florida. That's where your home base is. The BOC3, once you fill it out, it's going to give you a process agent or an agent in all the other 48 states that are in the country. Obviously, there's 50, but the 48 states that you operate in, it'll give you an agent there. And let's say someone's trying to sue you, they need to get a letter to you or something. The whole idea is that they would send it to their process agent or your process agent in their state, and that process agent would get you that letter to you via email, or he'll get in contact with you somehow. As you can see, there are plenty of agents listed on the FMCSA website. I use one A plus agents of process. I've been with them for a long time. We've done plenty of work together, and their service is just top notch, and I really do like their customer service. I need it to be clear that there is no difference from a processing agent that charges $25 to one that charges $200. There's no reason to be paying $200 for a service that can be done for $25. The service agents I use, A plus agents, they charge $30. And their customer service is top notch. If I ever have a question, I call them. They pick up within like the third ring. I really do highly recommend them. I don't get paid to say this. I just use them for my services when I do open companies for other people. However, you don't have to use these guys. If you decide to, feel free to just go to the FMCSA page. I will list it in the description, and just find one that you like. Call around, find one, and work with them. This is the page. A lot of the pages are going to look like this. This is the one I use, A plus agents. All the other BOC3s are going to look pretty similar to this. You would click File BOC3, and this is where you would literally go. You put your USDOT number, your contact info, and your BO. You literally click Filing BO3 only, and that's it. Put email. After this page, you'd make that $30 payment, and then you're good to go. I use these guys, like I said, because of their customer service, but also because as a compliance expert, when I'm starting a company for another person, I don't want to have too much overhead. So they pay me what they pay me. I handle their MC from what they pay me, and I handle their BOC3 and UCR. I'm handling all those fees off what they pay me. So the whole idea is to keep that fee for the BOC3 as low as possible. That way I get more profit on my side. Highly recommend that you find one that you like and that you plan on using for a long time. Well, that is it for the BOC3 and the UCR. As you guys can see on your video with the timeline, the next steps are shopping for insurance, Form 2290, and ordering your DOT pin. See you guys in the next video where we will be speaking about Form 2290, and I will teach you guys how to order your DOT pin.